Moving on, the Taliban want to address the United Nations General Assembly. That might sound bizarre, but we are living in bizarre times where a terror group has taken over a country. UN-sanctioned leaders want to address the biggest UN event of the year, establishing themselves as the true rulers of Afghanistan. The new foreign minister wrote a letter to the UN chief, Antonio Guterres. The request was to speak at the 76th session of the UN General Assembly. It did not specify whether Mutaki wanted to travel to New York or the Taliban would submit a recorded video message. The letter also nominated Sohail Shaheen as Afghanistan's envoy to the United Nations. Ghulam Isaaqzai currently represents Afghanistan at the United Nations. Isaaqzai is an appointee of the country's former Ashraf Ghani government. So the letter sent by the Taliban has kicked off a battle over credentials. Isaaqzai also then wrote to Antonio Guterres listing Afghan delegates for the session, in which Isaaqzai was mentioned as Afghanistan's permanent representative. Requests by the Taliban and Isaaqzai are now being considered by the UN's Credentials Committee. But it is unlikely that the Taliban will be getting a chance to speak. The Credentials Committee consists of 9 members. They usually meet around October and November. So the decision on the Taliban's request will remain pending even after the UNGA ends. The German foreign minister has already voiced his opposition, saying that the show by Afghanistan's new rulers would serve no purpose, reiterating that, that only deeds, not words, will win Taliban legitimacy. But while the Taliban rallies for recognition on the global forum, another country is batting for the same. Pakistan called for the inclusion of the Taliban in a recent SAARC foreign ministers meeting on the sidelines of the UNGA. In the end, the meeting was called off as countries refused to invite the Taliban. While countries are yet to recognize the Taliban government, Qatar believes that dialogue and engagement is the only way forward. The Qatar's emir even used his UNGA speech to appeal for the Taliban.
ونشدد هنا على أن أهمية استمرار المجتمع الدولي في تقديم الدعم لأفغانستان في هذه المرحلة الحرجة وفصل مجال المساعدات الإنسانية عن الخلافات السياسية، كما نؤكد على ضرورة استمرار الحوار مع طالبان، لأن المقاطعة تؤدي فقط إلى الاستقطاب وردود الفعل، أما الحوار فيمكن أن يأتي بنتائج إيجابية.
For now, no country has recognized the Taliban regime, the Taliban government. Any recognition depends on them meeting their human rights commitments, but the group is dominating headlines at the UNGA as the future of Afghanistan remains a hot topic this week in New York. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.